So how do we test our value proposition with customers? Well, we take our value proposition, essentially the key parts that are customer facing, the insight, this is your problem, the benefit, this is what we propose, the reason to believe, this is how you should believe we're going to deliver it, and the discriminator, this is what makes us better. And we put it onto a single piece of paper, which I would call the product or solution concept, and we take that into the customer and we show it to them and we ask them for their input. We may have multiple different product concepts depending on different insights or benefits that we think, or it may be that we flex the way that we're going to solve the problem, but we keep the insight and the benefit constant. The advantage of putting it in front of the customer is they may say to us, I don't understand it, that's not clear. Or they may say, I do understand it, I just don't need it. Or they might say, I do need it, but I don't believe that way is the correct way to solve it. The power of qualitatively refining your concept and value proposition is that when you move on to the next step, which is to quantitatively test it, you've guaranteed that what you're putting into that test is the best possible articulation of the idea. And then quantitative validation simply allows you to check that a substantial number of your customers share the same view of what is the best value proposition, what is the best articulation, what is the best solution. And when you're armed with that, you'll find it much easier to share it with your organization and align them behind the activity that needs to follow. In my experience, inviting the rest of your colleagues to view those customer interactions might even speed the process up further. Much better to say to them, you know, when we all saw the customer and they really liked that route, it's so much easier than saying, I saw the customer and I'm telling you to abandon your idea because they're not interested in it, they didn't like it, I showed it to them, they weren't interested. Wouldn't it be much better to approach this as a multifunctional approach, and everybody who needs to align behind it should hear the customer discuss the value proposition together?